Hey there, I'm Wendell Scott with Housing 12's GTV News, where we bring you the news that's relevant to your life on campus and here in Athens. Stay tuned throughout the program to get the info you need to get a unique look at the music, sports, the recent SGA election, and more in the Classic City. Well, as you can see, the GTV studio is still under construction. We have some great things in store to bring you, the best possible programming we can offer. Starting with the completion of our top-of-the-line news studio, let's take a look at some of the great ideas we're putting into practice with GTV News. Well, if you are interested in being a part of GTV, please email us at ugagtv@gmail.com. Well, moving on, let's catch up with Lacey and Ben to find out what's coming up in the music scene.
In music and concerts, this month we got a lot of tasty treats for you.
Starting out with local music, Miss Fortune 500 will be playing a show at Caledonia Tuesday, March 30th. This hook-heavy local rock show starts up at 10 p.m.
And on Wednesday, The Plague plays at Caledonia at 10 p.m. as well. This punk band formed in the 1980s was one of the first of its kind in Athens.
Also on Wednesday night, the band Shitty Candy and the Circus Peanuts plays what they like to call throwing some bitch punk in your face. I know. Show starts at 10.
Local musician Jacob Morris plays at Farm 255 Friday night at 10 as well. He was nominated for a Flagpole Music Award in 2008 for Best Solo Performer.
The 40 Watt welcomes the supergroup of 10-plus members, Dark Meat, playing psychedelic garage rock rave-ups on Saturday night at 10.
And this month, the University of Georgia has a lot to offer in the Performing Arts Center. On Saturday, March 21st, the Peachtree Symphonic Winds will be performing their show, John Williams Extravaganza, at 3 p.m. Admission's free.
And next month, on April 10th, the UGA Symphony Orchestra and Chorus will be performing at 8 p.m. Admission is $15 and $7 with your UGA ID.
And finally, for those of you looking to venture a little farther for good music, former lead singer of Soundgarden and Audioslave, Chris Cornell, brings his solo project to Atlanta on April 1st at 8 p.m. at Center Stage Theater.
Well, that's all the music recommendations we have for you, but later on in the show, we're going to have local artist Ryan Monahan for an interview, and also he's going to play a song.
Well, thanks for that, Lacey and Ben. Well, hey, if you're looking for a music or art fix on the first Friday in April, well, you're in luck. You can skip going downtown to spend your hard-earned cash and instead head over to Creswell Community Council's Wellstock event, which will be on Friday, April 3rd from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. in the Creswell Courtyard. Wellstock will have a relaxed atmosphere featuring live music, a community art project, face painting, tie-dyeing, and free food. This event is open to everyone and admission is free. Guests are invited to bring lounge chairs and blankets. Hope to see you there. Coming up, what do you get when you cross Myers Quad with Harry Potter and Frisbees? Well, if you guessed the Myers Quad Quidditch sport, then you're correct. With more on the little-known UGA sport of Quidditch, here's Kenny Edcox.
You may have read the books, and you've probably seen the movies, but have you played the sport? That's right, the Harry Potter sport of Quidditch has come to UGA and in full force. Every Sunday, UGA students play this combination of frisbee, dodgeball, and hide-and-go-seek on the Myers Quad. The students play on the traditional 4 Hogwarts teams, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin, and had to add a 5th, Dumbledore's Army, due to the large number of incoming players last semester. Along with the addition of the 5th team, there are a few other departures from the novels on which the game is based. Of course, there is no flying nor broomsticks involved, and the Snitch and Seekers are released at halftime instead of the start of the game. Instead of 150 points, the Snitch has been reduced to 55 to allow closer games. However, participants play with just as much spirit as their counterparts from J.K. Rowling's popular books.
Quidditch, it's more than just a game about frisbee or pegging people or running really fast. It's about heart, but it's about more than heart too. It's about magic.
It's our sport, you know? It's ultimate frisbee and hide and seek and dodgeball and basketball all in one. And it's amazing. And we all come out here and have fun.
It's about knowing the win or lose. You could turn your enemy into a frog.
As Muggle Quidditch has been gaining popularity only in the past few years, the official UGA Quidditch League rulebook is always being updated.
We need to get stopwatch and stop time during after points. Like the clock should not be running when people are subbing.
For more information on the Quidditch League, join the Facebook group UGA Quidditch Team.
Wow, well, who knew a fictional sport could be so awesome? Well, now you've probably seen the campaigning for UGA Student Government Association these past 2 weeks. Just in case you missed it, the New Deal Party and the Remix Party battled it out for the control of SGA. The New Deal Party's candidates Katie Barlow, Cameron Secord, and Joe Chowdhuan offered to usher in new policies to UGA. These policies include bringing student stewardship of the student's activities fee and providing course credit for C- grades, among many others. For more info on the UGA New Deal Party, check out uganewdeal.com. The competing party, the Remix Party, also fought hard to win the SGA election. The executive team members Laura Ann Thompson, Brittany Cassell, and Alfred Richardson promised to bring their platform called the Three Core Concepts to SGA if elected. The door is always open where students like you and students' interests are paramount, were the concepts the Remix Party promoted. For more information on this party, visit theremixparty.com. Although both parties worked hard with everything from candy to t-shirts to flyers, only one party can bring its policies to UGA SGA. Released at 4 p.m. today, the New Deal Party won the 3 executive positions. Katie, Cameron, and Joe won 52.6% of the student body vote. Speaking of votes, there were 7,306 votes counted. That is the most votes counted in the past 10 years. Wow. Well, one referendum that passed was the Green Initiative Fund referendum, which is a $3 per semester fee, which goes to establishing an Office of Sustainability. Well, Lacey is back in the studio with Ryan Monahan, an up-and-coming local musician. Lacey?
Joining us in the studio today is Ryan Monahan, one of Athens' up-and-coming local artists. He was formerly the frontman of successful bands in Connecticut called Shadowgraphs and Echelon. Shadowgraphs was recently featured on one of Army Wives' season finales, and also in the new movie Crossing Over starring Harrison Ford, Echelon actually has a song that's going to be on the soundtrack. So I know Ryan's really excited about that. Sure. And we brought him in today to give us a little taste of his new band Monahan and also his music. So how are you doing?
Pretty good today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Great. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your band?
Sure. Right now, the current lineup is called Monahan. And we've been together for about a year. And it's mostly formed from solo material that I bring to the band. And sort of we work on the music together. But it was sort of conceived as a, like I said, originally as a lot of solo material that I've written over the years, even throughout the days when I was with Echelon and Shadowgraphs. So some of it goes back over 5 years.
Right.
But the band, Monahan itself, is really like an evolving, ever-changing band because there's been a lot of different contributors, and I've been had the opportunity to play with a lot of great people, including Josh McMichael, who plays bass. As you know, he's lead singer of Great Society.
Right, good local band.
Yeah, sure. Lemuel Hayes of Misfortune 500, another great local band. Carolyn Troop has contributed some string parts to a couple of my recordings that I did at David Barbie's studio here locally. And she, as some of you might know, if you're from Athens, she plays in the group Venice is Sinking.
So y'all are kind of a big thread. You have a lot of
well,
pretty well-known bands, combining together.
Yeah, in a sense, but like it's still, the whole project is really under the radar.
Right.
In terms of like the Athens scene, I don't think a lot of people really know about us yet. But I've kind of, intended it that way, to be under the radar until we really had our act together, and then just kind of sweep Athens by storm kind of thing.
Who do you consider your influences to be? I know that you mentioned some jazz and folk, but growing up as a kid, what did you like to listen to, and what really drove you to being a musician?
The first song I fell in love with, I think, was La Bamba when I was like 4 years old. They used to call me the La Bamba kid. I wouldn't go to school.
That's hilarious.
I wouldn't go to kindergarten unless I had my tape deck with La Bamba, and I would pretty much listen to it every day.
Well, the last question I have for you is, how excited are you about your song being Crossing Over? Is that
It's surreal, like, because I never, you know, like when you work really hard for something, like when something actually happens, like there's some part of you that you never really expected it to happen.
Right.
Like it's what you work towards, and it's like once it does, it's like wow, this is, you know, this is like here, it's happening, but at the same time, you lose that like romantic sense about it. Like it's just now it's a reality, and yeah.
Well, best of luck.
Thank
I know
you,
you're gonna go
Lacey.
somewhere.
Appreciate it.
So, but
Yeah,
we'll
thank
have you
you.
back in just a couple minutes.
Great.
We're gonna do a song, right?
Sounds good.
All
Yeah.
right. Can't wait.
Thanks. Cool.
Well, for our multicultural segment, our reporters Sheena Ray and Carla Hurd are going inside the National Panhellenic Greek Weeks here on campus. Sheena?
As we fastly approach the end of the semester, it's only right that we go out with a bang as the National Panhellenic Divine Nine close the year with the annual Greek Weeks. Kicking the week off were the lovely ladies of Zeta Phi Beta with programs such as Mr. Debonair Pageant and the Women's Leadership in Lunch. This week we had the suave gentleman of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity here to tell us about the week is Sigma Vice President Jared Moses.
This upcoming Sigma Week, on Sunday, we will have street cleanup for Baxter Street. On Monday, we'll have Redefining the Gentleman. It'll be a program which will explore romance and courtship. There's a video which many University of Georgia students have starred in, which will help move the discussion along. On Tuesday, we will have Take Time with the Bros. This is time to be social and for us to interact with the public. On Wednesday, we'll have Turned Out, College Sexual Patterns and the AIDS Epidemic. This is a program which will explore the STD rates at the University of Georgia, as well as the AIDS epidemic, which is running rampant in the Black community. As a way to promote our Sigma Wellness national initiative, the brothers have been handing out Sigma Wellness condoms. On Thursday, there'll be a cookout and water ward. This will be in conjunction with the Freshman Advisory Board of the Black Affairs Council. Then on Friday, we'll be at Relay for Life. On Saturday, we're having a party called the Blue Lagoon Foam Party. Foam! Blue fine. That is all.
Well, thank you, girls. Now here's Ryan Monahan to play a song.
Lost in the woods there, it's not my intention. And I wanted to help you, but I didn't offer. Started running, but you had your hands tied up there. Just like the time when it took me to visit. Snow-covered mansion out near the glaciers.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on GTV News. We hope that you found out everything you need to know about life here on campus and here in Athens. Well, I'm Wendell Scott, and we'll catch you next time here on GTV News.
Folded my hands up.